So obviously as an amateur, I've always felt like I've had tons of pressure on me. It's like, when you're going to turn pro. It's probably the first show that I actually feel like I'm going to enjoy since 2015. Going into that show, I had no expectations, and this feels like exactly the same. Okay, so I'm going to bring you as much content as possible from my pro show. So this is my pro debut. For those who don't know, I'm flying out to New Zealand today. So we've got a flight to Sydney. We stay the night in Sydney and then we fly to New Zealand tomorrow morning. So I'm going to document the whole thing, give you as much content as possible. So make sure you follow this journey. I've got my friends with me here. So Darren, who's competing in the, he's doing the amateur show in the classic physique. Sarah, my good friend as well, who's here as to tan us and our personal tanner. She's the one who's going to look after us because we're probably going to be able to function the last few days. So she's mum for the week. So yes, it's my first pro show. I'm nervous and I'm excited. What's really nice is I'm going into the show with no pressure. So obviously as an amateur, I've always felt like I've had tons of pressure on me. It's like, when you're going to turn pro. Oh, is it this next show? Is it the next show? So I've always approached my prep a little bit differently, and I've always wanted to stay covered up because I don't want anyone to have the say. So this show, honestly, this is the show. It's probably the first show that I actually feel like I'm going to enjoy since 2015 when I won the Welsh overall. Because going into that show, I had no expectations, and this feels like exactly the same. So I'm really looking forward to the show. We literally just got to the airport, so I've got to eat a meal now, and then we've got a 13-hour flight to Sydney. So I tend to try do 0 carbs on the flight, but obviously just pre-flight I've got salmon, and then I use baby rice for my carbs. I actually only use baby rice now, so that's still my only carb source. I don't use anything else. So I'm going to eat this meal, and then I got to go get a massage. Pre-flight. It's my pre-flight ritual. Get my feet done and get my back massaged. So for those guys who don't know how to make baby rice, because I literally get every single day I get a message. Baby rice is simple. That's dry there. Add water. Give it a stir. Mix it up. And then usually I add some sweetener, so I keep my sodium in until Chris sort of tells me when to pull it or when to pull it per meal. So I just add a little bit of sweetener, a tiny bit of aminos just to give it flavour, and then a bit of salt as well. So this is actually my only carb source that I've used for the last 4 or 5 weeks during my whole prep. Rice sits really nicely on my stomach, and I'm actually trying to keep the volume in my stomach really low to keep my waist nice and small. So especially going into this new class, I feel like that's where I can really benefit. So I'm trying to put as less volume in my stomach as possible and just keep on top of my midsection. So I use this stevia sweet. I've got to ration this because we've literally got one each. I got literally one of this and this stuff here that's nowhere near as nice. So this is getting rationed. So I literally just do a couple drops of that, mix it all up. Then I add some aminos to it and a bit of salt. I don't have my aminos, so I add a little bit of salt. I got my pill box ready with all my vitamins and supplements. So with that meal, I usually just take a serving of Ravenous by AD. So that's with my 5th meal. And then a probiotic as well. So just to help my digestive system, keep my gut health nice and healthy. We're gonna go try find our massage place. because I got to always get a massage before I go on a plane. So I always get them to do my feet and my back. So I'm going to find one now.
How do you guys feel about Jamie getting a massage and then leaving you guys?
I feel like the pro deserves it. That's what I have to say.
Darren doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, Darren doesn't care.
So time to catch the flight.
So next stop, Sydney,
Next
Australia.
stop, Sydney, Australia. Everyone's tired. Darren's dragging his ass over there. He'll be like deaf all week. So yeah, next stop, Sydney. When we get there, we've got to do the food shop, train, and then we've got to fly to Auckland the next morning. So I got to get my flight socks on, make sure I get no cankles. A lot of people complain about holding water on the flights, and I noticed that I flew 56 hours in 7 days about 2 weeks ago with everything that happened, and I realised how to control the flight and water perfectly. So I realised I actually tend to get drier on a flight if I fast the majority of it and maybe just have 1 or 2 zero carb meals. So at the moment I actually try to fast the flight and have one or two zero carb meals. So what I'll do on this flight is I'll have my last meal just on the flight, just before I leave, which will just be chicken on its own, and then I'll sleep for 10 hours. I'll have a meal after about 11 hours on the flight, and then one as soon as I land. So I'll just do 1 zero carb meal in the 13-hour period, and trust me, you'll get drier. You only hold water if you're going to eat loads of carbs, eat loads of sugars on a plate. So that's a little tool and a little trick. Just keep drinking water and stick to zero carbs, and if you can fast as long as possible, fast on the flight. Fast, security and everything. These guys are just getting the meals in. I already had my meal, as you saw before. So we're basically going to go straight to the supermarket, buy our food for tomorrow. So we're organised, and then we're going to go head to the hotel, check in, and then we've got a session to do. So I've got delts and biceps to do, so we'll show you a bit of that. And then I've got 30-minute cardio as well. So I'm going to get that all done. Then obviously we'll get back to the hotel, we'll cook up everything for the next day. And luckily my food got through. So all my meals are sorted today. So I'm like, thank God I don't have to prep no more food for today. So I literally just got to prep 3 or 4 meals for tomorrow, for the flight for Auckland. As soon as I get back to the hotel, take pictures for Chris, and then we'll go train. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I've done too many trips this year. I've been sent home as well.
It's your first pro one, man?
This is my first pro show, so.
Is it odd there's your first pro one now?
Yeah. So this one I'm going to enjoy. You know I get my pre-workout muffin. Damn, these ones look pretty good. Oh, apple cinnamon as well. So I'm going to pick one of these up for myself. And Laz is going to get whatever he wants. But this is going to be the muffin pump for today. We'll do a quick food shop. Just get enough food for basically tomorrow. So 4 meals for tomorrow. And then we'll do another food shop when we get to Auckland and settle. So we'll see. At least we're in Australia and it's not like we're going to a third world country and can't get anything, because when we were in Tunisia and Nepal, oh my God, it was a nightmare. So we're literally just gonna get, I'm gonna get salmon, some chicken, that's all I eat, so it's simple. I swear I get like real funny, I'm like searching all the apples. The things you do in prep, right? It's so sad. This is the highlight of my day, finding the nicest apple.
What's the criteria of a good one?
Big one. The biggest one that doesn't look like it's dying. It's like got to be like perfectly round as well.
Do we have a winner?
Wait a minute. Ah, it's got blues on. Damn you. Oh, I like this one. It's got character. Okay, so we done our food shop. So like I said, we've got tomorrow's food basically. So I'll probably cook all this up tonight. So I've got my full days of food tomorrow, and then when I'm in Auckland, obviously we arrive at 3 PM in Auckland, so it's a little bit chilled. My food's all done, so I can get my shit done, and then I can go train and all that, and I can do a food shop later on. It's not as stressful then. So I'll try be a little bit more organised. So we're going to head back to the hotel now. I'm going to get some pictures for Chris, have a pre-workout meal, and then go train. So I think right now it's 9 p.m. So we'll probably get to train about 10 p.m. I've got probably an hour and a half of training, plus 30-minute cardio. I'll have a post-workout meal about midnight, and then we'll cook up our food, and then we're probably going to get to bed at 2 a.m, and then we've got to be up at 6 a.m. for cardio.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. I'm getting Uber. Done.
Doors
Have a look at
open.
Darren at the same time. Les just asked me if I've had these trunks on the whole flight, because he just walked in. And
We've been at the apartment for like 5 minutes, and you're already
yeah, he walked in. I'm just there chilling in my trunks. Nah, I'm just sending my pictures to Chris. So, like, these are the pictures that I sent to Chris. So this is 4 days out. I'll send these pictures to Chris and see what he thinks, and then no doubt he'll be making me send pictures every few meals. So I'm gonna fire these across, and then I'm gonna get my pre-workout meal in, and then Sarah's actually gonna take us to one of the gyms. Oh, he just eats the same shit all day. Doesn't change his diet. Nah, so I legit only eat baby rice, salmon, chicken, and whitefish.
and muffins.
And the odd muffin here. So I actually have a nice muffin there, so we're going to see how that one tastes. But I do 50 gram of carbs, pre-workout from baby rice. So the baby rice that I use as well, it's 99% rice. So when you're looking for baby rice in the supermarket, that's what you got to check the ingredients. Should all be nice, should all be rice, there should be nothing else in it. So that's 50 gram of carbs. I ain't playing with my sodium yet, so I'm still adding like sweetener and salt to my meals, because we haven't changed any of that yet. So we're going to eat this meal and then we're going to go straight to one of the apparently best bodybuilding gyms in Sydney. So we actually have a gym in the hotel here. That's 24 hours. That would do the job. But we might as well go see a little bit of Sydney, because we know we're not going to get much sleep. So we're going to go, Sarah's going to go show us around Sydney, because Sarah actually used to live here.
Home.
This is home for her.
10 years of home.
10 years of home, so this is where she knows everything. So she's our tour guide as well as mom for the weekend. So a couple drops of the stevia. I try to like not go crazy on it when I get closer. I just do 3 to 4 drops, 3 to 5 drops, and then add a little bit of salt to my meal. Get my salmon, and then it's time to go train. I'll take a post-workout meal with me. Because the gym shuts at 12, we're probably not going to have time to do cardio there, so we'll have to go use the 24-hour gym here when we get back. So I'll have a post-workout meal, and then I'll box off my cardio when I get back here. So I'm going to eat this, and then head off to train. This is like one of my favourite meals of the day as well, so I love salmon. Oh, God, I can't forget the muffin I even showed. The muffin. I'm being sensible and sticking to blueberry. Because I remember when I was in Italy, me and Darren went on a mission to find the best muffins ever, and we found the most amazing chocolate chip muffins. But I'm just trying to keep everything consistent. They were like twice the size of these. Chris is like one muffin, and I'm like, I don't think this is one muffin. But I just trying to keep to the same this time. Advert moment.
I was going to say Jamie's reaction.
It's a bit dead, really.
It's what? Dead?
Yeah, to be honest, the actual what's the ones that we get? Caribou one's 10 times nicer.
Caribou's the best.
So this is like a 4 out of 10.
Do you really reckon caribou's the best
4
though
out
when
of
it
10.
comes to blueberry?
size. I generally just see how I feel. So I'm just going to pick movements which I feel like doing, get a nice pump and get a nice contraction in there. So right now, I'm trying to make sure that I ain't going to go do anything stupid. It's going to be more going heavy, but good form. Let's go. 6, 7, let me get it. One more at least. Finish it. Yeah. It's not an ego thing. Well, because Darren's going to be with me this whole prep. Like I said, my best mate, my training partner throughout this whole prep, so he supported me through everything this year, last year. So I want to give you an insight to his prep. So obviously, I kind of want to show you a little bit about what I'm doing with him, because the way I do stuff with him and my clients may be different to the way Christoph does stuff with me. So Darren's actually had a pretty smooth prep, wouldn't you say?
That's sweet. It's not often you do. I did more cardio in the off season than I have this whole prep.
And I mean, he's, he works hard.
The lowest, like, my food hasn't changed for the last 7 weeks. Yeah. The lowest carbs have been 175. Refed every week.
Refed pretty much weekly.
Minimal
cardio. It's been a smooth prep for him. Like, he trains the same intensity as me, so he gets pushed. Obviously,
I think that's the big difference.
Yeah.
Training with Jay is another level. You can't understand it until you do it.
The funny thing was actually the other week was after Nepal, so I hadn't trained legs properly for 3 weeks, and I could see Darren dragging in the leg session. And bear in mind, I hadn't trained legs. It's my first leg session back for 3 weeks. I was like, man, I can see him dragging. Okay, I'm gonna pick the hardest exercise I can fucking pick. I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck myself up. I couldn't walk for fucking 12 days. I legit couldn't even train legs. He was fine after 4 or 5 days because he's used to training legs every week. Me, I didn't train legs for 3 weeks. I come in, I was like, I'm going balls out. I couldn't walk for 12 days. So I ended up fucking myself up. But the training intensity is key, man. Like, if you wanna, have a smooth prep, train fucking hard. It's that simple. The guys who have to diet on 2 hours of cardio a day, and no food, 0 carbs, are generally the ones that don't train that hard. So this guy has made some serious progress over the last year. I mean, the amount of muscle he's put on, ridiculous. But he works hard. So if you work hard, you can do what you want. So back to the hotel. We've got 30-minute cardio to do. So we're gonna get some cardio done and then prep some food. For tomorrow, it's 12:30 AM. So cardio, eat last meal, prep food, eat last meal, get 3-4 hours sleep, cardio in the morning. Okay, so it's time now. It's late, I know that much. I don't know what time it is. It's 22.
I was going to say that
1.
The telly's claiming it's... Oh fuck knows, I don't even know anymore.
20 to 1. 30-minute light cardio to do, because obviously I couldn't do this morning because there was no morning. We flew at 10 at night. So this is my cardio post workout. Do 30-minute, then I've got to go prep my food for tomorrow, have my last meal, get a few hours sleep, and then back to do my fasted cardio in the morning, and then head to Auckland. So 30-minute light cardio for me now, nothing crazy. Nice and light. And I think cameraman over there is going to get a little bit of a session in. Okay, so we just finished 30-minute list cardio. I'm going to get back to the room now. It's like 1:30. So I'm going to get back to the room now. I'm going to cook my meals for tomorrow, my protein sources, and then I'm going to have my last meal, and then I'm going to try and get 3 hours sleep. I'm going to be back here before I know it. On my skills. So I'm just weighing out my meals for tomorrow. So I've got 2 salmon meals cooking there, and some beza, some whitefish I'm just about to put on. So Chris makes me do all my protein raw weight, which can be a little bit of a nightmare, but kind of just got used to it. Started prepping on my own food because I used a few meal prep companies in Dubai, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going to prep my own food because I know exactly what I'm having. And it was actually Chris who said something to me. He said Jay Cutler prepped his meals for 20 years when he won the Olympia. I was like, you know what, it's true. I'm going to prep all my meals. So what I tend to do with my food to make it a bit easier, I actually sort of like broil it, so I boil it and fry it at the same time. Just because it actually makes it all, makes it softer as well. You can leave it there for a little while. So I can go do my other shit and come back to it and it's still kind of cooking away. So I tend to cook it like that, just 'cause it makes my life easier, because otherwise if I try to fry it, I end up burning it. George Foreman's dry, so this way it kind of keeps it a little bit tender. So that's a whitefish meal and a salmon meal on there. And then I'm just going to cook a little bit of chicken, chop a little bit of chicken up, cook a little bit of chicken. So I've got 3 chicken meals for tomorrow, so what I'll do is I'll cook my 10-ounce chicken in the morning for my first meal, and then I'll cook the 2 8 ounces together.
Cool. It's the end of one long ass day.
It's a very, very long day. You know what? I love it. This is the fun part, because this is all of it coming together. You know what? And it's like kind of a bit buzzing off the adrenaline from the show. So what is this? Yeah?
3 days after showing 5 this week.
God.
All we got back was.
I am the messiest person in the world, especially when it comes to like kitchens. Like, this is my room and we've been here for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
This is why me and Jay are good.
This is
because
why
we don't care.
Yeah, this
We're
is
like-
why, like, when I travel with Darren, it's cool because he knows I'm messy, so he's like, yeah, whatever. Mind anyone else kicks my ass. So I'm gonna choice of knives here. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this chicken up, weigh it out, bang on the pans. Like I said, when I prep my meals like this, it takes like 30 minutes because I can go away, have a shower, come back to it. It's easy.
Cool. So see you in about.
See you in like 2 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say
2-3 hours. We'll be back on the cardio hike. So
fun times.
fun begins.
I will catch you in a bit.